La da 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 da. La da 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 da. How you doing? I see you there. Where's Patty at? Is Patty near the buttons? Patty, push a button.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, you're on.
All right, thank you. Oh my goodness, life is good. This is guess what? The prices that you saw yesterday for stores that were open, the prices that you see today are the lowest prices of the year so far. It doesn't matter what they charge. They are definitely, by definition, the lowest prices of the year so far. Are you going to buy it? Are you going to run out and buy things if someone says lowest prices of the year on their ads like yesterday and today? I just had that thought and I think it's funny. I'm going to text it to all sorts of people who think I have a great sense of humor today, and they're going to chuckle, they're going to laugh, and they're working still. You're not working because I mean, how many people are now retired because you decided to retire like right after you had your, it's not a Christmas break, but it's your winter break, your end of the year break, right? You're not having a break from work at the end of December because because of the birth of the baby Jesus, right? So don't call it a Christmas break. Oh, but it's a Christmas break. No, people, it's secular. That break is secular. No one is saying, hey, the birth of the baby Jesus, I'm so excited to have an entire week to celebrate it. That's not true. It's not happening. Did you have an entire week of celebrations for the birth of the baby Jesus? No, you didn't. Did you buy gifts in the all these ads, these low prices, right? These ads for Christmas gifts. Did you buy those gifts thinking this is the perfect gift for this friend because I know they celebrate the birth of the baby Jesus just like I do? Do you do it that way? No. Christians are the ones who have their own war on Christmas. And that is giving in to buying things for other people because everybody celebrates the birth of the baby Jesus. Oh no, it's the message of the birth of the baby Jesus. And I'm going to do that through buying these gifts for people who don't even care that I'm a Christian. They don't even care that they're Christian. They're just buying gifts because the secular folks and the marketing folks said you had to. That's called a self-inflicted wound if Christians are following that secular pattern. I don't care who started it. If the Christians started it by buying little tiny gifts for each other, and then it grew and it grew, and then businesses started noticing, and then everybody else started doing it because it's peace, love, and joy. How about the birth of the baby Jesus? Peace, love, and joy, the birth of the baby Jesus. The birth of the baby Jesus, peace, love, and joy. All right, so you can save a lot of money at Christmas. Last year I spent a lot. I spent a lot of money at Christmas time. I was just being good. I was being nice. I try to do that all year round anyway. People, friends, have no issue. I mean, some, I don't know. I send friends gifts in June, July. You get July Prime Day on Amazon or some other, big good deals you noticed. And you just send them gifts, whether it's in July or February or whenever, September. It doesn't have to be tied to Christmas. It doesn't have to. Secular gift giving can be tied to, or just I'm a good person, peace, love, and joy, can happen all year round. It has nothing really tied to Christmas Day, the birth of the baby Jesus. So why do you do it? All right. Somebody's birthday. Oh, it's their birthday. I have to make them feel special. Don't they feel special March 1st if you buy them something small, something you knew was a really, really super good price? You know the product is really good. You know your friends well enough to know that, hey, they probably like this. And out of the blue, it's a thing. It's just a thing out of the blue that shows that you're thinking about them, you care about them, you love them, that you have warm thoughts towards them, and you send them stuff. That's a great retirement thing to do with all that money. How are you going to retire with all that money? Guess what? You can retire without even touching your retirement money for a lot of years if you purchase wisely. I was going to say if you spend wisely. If you don't buy wisely, meaning Don't buy and do it wisely. Meaning, I was going to buy this and I thought it was a cool product and it looked really sexy or it looked incredibly useful, and I've always wanted one, and then you buy it and you really have no use for it, and you didn't even care about the price. You just bought it. All right. You need to look at your thousands of purchasing decisions in your 20s, your 30s, and your 40s, and I suppose the first 5 years of your 50s. 3.5 decades of really, really smart purchasing decisions. They're going to be made in your favor. You're going to be able to say, I won. This was in my favor. It was a really good product. It works for how I'm going to use it. I'm really going to use it a lot. It's incredibly, incredibly useful for me. Maybe not someone else. If I tell them I bought something and they say, well, why would you want that? Well, for me, it worked out great. And you bought it for a great price. You shopped around. That's a good deal. That's a win. If it's not something you're going to use, if it doesn't fit how you're going to use it, if it sort of fits but sort of doesn't, then you lost. If you buy something and you really didn't need it, you lost. That's not a win. If you do not buy something that you don't really need, then you won. You did a great job. Not buying something is a fantastic good job. And it's fantastic. Let's move on. Hey, we're going to go and we're going to talk about a bunch of products today, and that's all we do. That's all we do. We just talk about a bunch of products. We talk about the product, we talk about the price, we talk about whether you're really going to use it, and then we move on with our day. Pretty simple pattern there, kind of a neat formula. When you do that formula thousands of times in your 3.5 decades, your 20s, your 30s, 40s plus, you do that process on every decision you make, and it doesn't take long. It's really easy. Product, price, whether I'm going to use it or not. Be honest with yourself. You do that thousands of times, you're going to have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars that has nothing to do with your retirement money. That's the money off to the side you would have spent. You're still happy. You're still enjoying yourself because you made these smart decisions. So you weren't actually sacrificing anything. You just did it, all of your purchasing decisions very smartly. And a lot of those smart decisions were not buying stuff. So we talked 7 minutes. So let's talk products right now. McDonald Duck, chat with me. Say something.
Old MacDonald retired early. Lots of smart decisions. With a good price here and a good use there. Lower price here, didn't buy there. Old MacDonald lived a great life. Lots of smart decisions.
Lots of smart decisions, and this is where we're going to do it. We're going to look at a bunch of products. It just happens to be some merchants list. We're just going to go through the freaking list. Freaking, why so passionate today, Judge? It's just shopping, and you're not going to buy anything today anyway. Why are you doing this? Because I want people to retire in their mid to late 50s, all on their own. $45 for an Airbed, the answer is yes. You're going to have price points. You're going to think of products, types of products, like shoes. What price do you think of when you think of shoes? What price do you think of when you think of socks? What price do you think of when you think of sleeping bags? Well, you never buy them, right? You only buy one or two and you're good. Basketballs. What are the prices that you would expect at a snap of the fingers? You know, just, I think I could do this. There, that worked the first time. Probably wake myself up. Golf balls. Golf balls. Do you like brand new? You don't have any idea what price range you should be looking at for golf balls? Boots, jackets, you have no idea. You have zero idea what you would spend on a knife or not spend on a knife. You're going to let the marketing people, the advertising people decide all this for you, what you're going to spend on something? No, you're going to decide what you spend on something. You know air mattresses, $50 or less. This is $45, so I'd say that's worth looking at. Shop around. $79 for this. By the way, $50 or less. I'll repeat it again. $50 or less. The product is good. Why do we say the product's good? Because we've been looking at it for a long time. Lots of brands. They all think they're special. They'll show you the interior of the bed and how special it is. Other people won't show you the interior of the bed, even if it is special. But it is special, just like the others. Oh, ours is different than the others. I really like that ad count. That online technique. a red X on other people's products, and then a green check mark on their product, why they're better than the others. That's kind of useful. But if it meets your use case of keeping your butt off the ground when you're sleeping, then you're okay. You have lawn chairs for keeping your butt off the ground when you're awake, and then you have air mattresses for keeping your butt off the ground when you're asleep. All right? We know it works. It keeps your butt off the ground. So that's all you need to know. You blow it up, it's good to go. It's going to be perfect for your use case. $50 or less. This is $50 or less. It's $45. $79 for a canopy. What size canopy is it? Oh gosh, Judge, can't you read? You're blind. 12 by 12. That's the size. It says right there. The government would come after them if they lied. If they didn't tell you the truth. If it really wasn't 12 by 12. So they're sneaky. It's where the sticks hit the ground, it's 12 by 12. The canopy itself is not. Look, 12 by 12 slant leg. It means the legs are 12 by 12 when they touch the ground. The canopy itself is not 12 by 12. It's 9 by 9. How do you know? Look at the model number. It gives you a clue. Are you always going to believe the number in the model name? No. But this time it's true. I think it's 9 by 9 canopy in the air. 9 by 9 canopy, $79 divided by 9 times 9 is what? I'll tell you. I have a calculator here. I'll just tell you. It's 97.5309 cents. So 97.5 cents per square foot. A 10 by 10 canopy for $75 is 75 cents a foot, square foot. So that's my little thing. I have a price point for these, and I also have a per square foot benchmark. And it gives me a way of comparing them in some sort of way that makes some sort of sense. Because you're going to have per square foot up here, so you're going to have more structure if you have a bigger canopy at the top. And there you go. Well, that's 12 by 12. Yeah, see, 9 by 9. That's why you use 9 by 9, because that's the actual canopy. That's where the structure, all that cost in that structure is up there underneath the canopy. See how now if we're going to look at 30 of these, we're not going to go this slowly. We're going to go quicker. All right? Listen to these shows. I stop on different products on different days longer than I do on other days, and there's various products that I'll stop and I'll talk longer on a particular day. Whatever strikes me. We spent so much time on these first two introducing you into evaluating product, price, and use that we're going to go quicker through the rest of these because you get it now. You're hooked. $19 for outdoor shoes. The answer is yes. $22 or less, whether they're hiking shoes, running shoes, walking shoes, exercise shoes, fitness shoes, workout shoes, casual shoes, memory foam shoes, whatever you want to call them, soft shoes inside for standing for a long time. All of those kinds of shoes, $22 or less. There you go. $5 for a little tiny light. 6 little tiny lights. Is this little tiny light worth about 75 cents to you? I don't know. That's for you to figure out. The use case is all you. Sometimes I pretend and I tell little stories about use case, and it might help you out, might get you jump started to start thinking about how you're going to use a product for yourself. If you think about that each time you buy something, instead of saying, oh, I like the little thing and it's only $5 and then I'll think about something later, how I'm going to use it, that's not the way to purchase things. I don't know, behind a stereo system, you're going to grab a flashlight for that. Behind a stereo system, you want to see where all the wires are going. You need to adjust. You hadn't used that DVD player in a long time, and now the HDMI cable is not there. It's not hooked up. It's somewhere back there amongst all those cables. Where's the end of this one? It's a blue end with a white cord. And you try to trace it and find it, the other end. Oh, it's not connected. All right, I had that experience a couple nights ago. Grabbed an old DVD. I only have a few. I have a handful. And they're old, cool movies, right? This one was My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin in it. So there you go. It was just almost like yesterday that movie first came out. And yeah, so I had to climb in behind the stereo and the dust and all the wires. And I went in, and I had a flashlight, so that's what I did. $30 here for a pickle paddle, $30, I'm okay with it. It has the fiberglass surface. What do they call it? Am I using the right term? Just plain old fiberglass? Textured fiberglass paddle surface. Yes, I'm right. There you go. It helps you. It grips the ball. It grips the paddle ball with your pickle paddle. Your pickle ball with your pickle paddle while you're wearing your pickle shoes and your pickle hat and your pickle skirt. And you're just having a pickle of a time. So $30 is okay. If you want to buy 4, you go on other sites and for like $80 or so, you get 4 pickle paddles. So look at other sites, see whether you're going to need to buy 1, 2, 8. I don't know how many you're going to want to buy. And get a good deal per pickle paddle. Ugly. Adidas is super ugly. When they have their logo like this, I don't buy. If they have their logo really tiny, like they have on their sack packs, and for a nice low price, their sack packs are pretty cool. That said, this size of bag, there's no size. If you don't have a size, what are you going to do? You're not going to run out and buy this. So it's ugly and there's no size. $20 seems like a good price in my imagination. When I imagine what size these are, if I can imagine that logo not on it, like pretend it's not there if I own it, and because I'm going to really go googly-eyed, I don't know, over the $20, I'm going to get really excited over it. Over the $20, I'm going to ignore that it's a really ugly. I still don't know the size. I'm not going to pretend in my mind what size it is. Oh, but Judge, you're not so smart. All you have to do is click on it, and it'll go to another screen, and then you'll know the size. I'm sorry. My time is valuable, and so is yours. I'm moving on. You might be listening on your lunch hour right now. Let's move on. No, you see how that works? The consumer is going to move on. They're not going to do extra work to find out something that you should, as a vice president, senior vice president of marketing and advertising, you need to make sure you have dimensions on things, or people are going to move on. This is not the end of the year 1 week break between December 25th and New Year's Day. This is like people are really back at work now. You need to put dimensions on here so when they glance through your ads, their valuable time, they see a dimension. Move on. $15. By the way, you just saved $20 because it's ugly and and they don't have a dimension where you can easily see the dimensions and say, that's a good dimension for the price. You don't have anything for the price. It's ugly for the price. There's no dimension, so at any price I can't buy it. $15 for underwear. I don't know. To me, that's expensive underwear. Just think of the generic term underwear and then buy underwear that works. All right. I get it. You're going to call it training this and training that. So you're, naked or contoured in front of other people. You want to be showing that you're contoured in front of other people? I don't know. It's kind of not a very, it's not a very virtuous thing. Look, I'm contoured with all my body parts. Look at my private parts. No, you're not going to wear under stuff as outerwear, whether you're working out or not. There's no socially acceptable excuse. $19 for shoes. These are women's. They're pink. They're kind of a hot pink. There are $22 or less. That's the glory. The glory is $22 or less. Hiking shoes, walking shoes, running shoes, jogging shoes, exercise shoes, fitness shoes, whatever you want to call it. Hiking boots are also $22 or less. If they weren't, I would have a different price point for boots, for hiking boots. But we find hiking boots all the time for $22 or less. So I guess might as well leave it at $22 for hiking boots as well as hiking shoes. Socks. Okay, TOG. What's a TOG? A thermal overall grade. TOG. And that's supposed to be for baby sleepers and socks. I don't know anything else for that. All right, first time I looked up TOG scale to find out what the warmth is, if you gave it a number like 2.34 or 1.5 or 3.8. All right, a scale of warmth that fabrics will give you, socks or baby sleepers. By the way, baby sleepers look really cool. If they had adult sizes of baby sleepers, I wonder how much they would sell those. Probably quite a few. They look nice. That can't just be for babies. They need adult sizes for baby sleepers. But anyway, $8 for a pair. That's pretty expensive. So they have to sell you on this TOG rating. This has a TOG rating of something. This is what? Heat holders. Heat holders. Let's look at their TOG rating. Oh, let's grab this one for men's. I guess they're all men's or women. Anyway, 1.04. So we're seeing this one, 1.04. We've seen another brand that had 2.34. Now this heat holders, ultralight thermal socks, let's go look at their website. So this is their website right here. And that's why I left it on there, on this. So 2.34. All right, when testing using this standard rate 2.34, this is 7 times warmer than socks and almost 3 times warmer than cotton socks and 3 times warmer than ordinary thermal socks. What's an ordinary thermal socks? Is there an advertiser or marketing guy who's putting on their socks? We're ordinary. We're ordinary thermal socks. Warmer than the warmest thermal sock we ever tested, which was a heavy sock made with 80% plus, and it's probably merino wool, but wool. So they're saying they're warmer than wool socks, and they say it's rated at 1.26 or 1.6 on this right here, and ultralight are rated at 1.0. All right, so get that stuck in our heads. They're saying these are warmer than anything else in the freaking world on this planet or on Mars. I don't know, they didn't say that. But anyway, really, really warm, 7 times more than some other folks, or 3 times more than other folks. And you're going to buy it based on them telling you this. Sounds scientific. I go to the Sleepers. So this is a Sleepers site. And on the Sleepers site, it says, let's see, 64 degrees, 61 to 64, 3. You need to have a 3 rating to use in that weather. So what about socks? If socks are like 1.0 something, that should be here. You're only wearing those in 72 to 75 degree. You see what I'm saying? The scale doesn't seem to work out in favor of these sock people. I'm confused because the information they're giving me and the information I'm finding here doesn't add up to being really warm socks. I'm going to wear these socks out where? In 32 degree weather, 25 degree weather. So now you have to think, when baby's wearing a sleeper and you're wearing socks, your socks are inside of boots, the baby's inside of a crib, and I don't know. Is that racist? That's a white baby. Is that racist? There's a white baby. Is that racist? Anyway, I don't think in those terms. So this whole TOG rating thing is still a mystery. I wouldn't believe it just because you see it in an ad. I would look around and see if they're really serious about it. They want a lot of money, $8 per pair of socks, and they're selling it to you based on some sort of science that they did testing. And I believe them that they did testing. I just don't understand what they really tested. I've been through lots of test programs, lots and lots of test programs, so I get it. I know how to write tests, I know how to perform tests, I know how to write test reports, I know how to do this stuff. So I don't think there's enough there for you to spend $8 for this sock. They may be right, they may be wrong, but for you, you don't know. And when you don't know, you move on.
Nobody knows. How do
we
you
either
know?
Educate ourselves, you and I, before we spend $8 for a pair of socks, or, I don't know, just buy them and waste your money. Or take a chance, risk your money, is what I mean to say. $13 for a beanie, the answer is no. We're going to spend $9 for knit caps. I don't care if it has a brand name sewn on it or not. You're going to spend $9 to $10 for a knit cap, and that's it. $79 for this propane heater. I have one. It works fine. It takes a little while to warm up, but not much. It takes obviously a while to cool down, and $80 is a good price for it. So I'm okay. What I've seen prices at other sites, when I bought one you're thinking anywhere between $75 and $100 for this. So $79, I'm okay with that price. So this is going to rely on your use case. If you really want it, need it, love it, that kind of thing. $19 for this sleeping bag, yes. The answer is yes for the price. I always say $35 or less for sleeping bags. That's my thing. If you see it less than $35, then you evaluate the product. So you're evaluating the product at a 30 degree. 30 degree is not really that warm. Because you use a scale, 0 to 45. You forget that they ever said degree. That's not your comfort level, 30 degrees. You're not going to be comfortable at 30 degrees. You're just going to survive. All right, so you're going to wear a lot of clothes in addition to getting inside of this thing. And you're going to survive. So on a comfort scale that I try to use in my mind is 0 to 45, and 0 is padding underneath you and insulation underneath and on top of you, and that's a lot of insulation, and that's a good thing. 0 is fine. 45, 0 to 45, 45 would mean it's very thin, it doesn't have much insulation, you're not going to feel as comfortable against ground because the padding isn't going to be that thick underneath you. Padding's not going to be that thick over you. You might not even feel secure. The bear, the mountain lion, they're going to eat you anyway. It doesn't matter, whichever sleeping bag you're going to be using. But that secure feeling is kind of worth it for peace of mind if you had more padding on top of you. You just feel like you're in some sort of safe zone, even though you're not. But 0 to 45, what do you want to buy? Decide your use case. If you go with 0 or 5 or 15, right in that range, 0 to 15, then you're going to use that zipper. When it gets warmer, you're going to use that zipper to unzip. When it's warmer, you're going to not wear as many clothes underneath or when you're inside the sleeping bag. Maybe you just have your underwear on. Maybe just your pelvic underwear on and not even an underwear shirt, not a t-shirt. You're going to use other ways to determine how warm you're going to be in a 0 to 15 degree sleeping bag by using the zipper or how much clothes you wear or don't wear inside of it. So you buy the maybe a slightly more expensive one that's 0 to 15 degree rating, and then you just have a good old time. You use it for all kinds of conditions. $30 for this. The shoe is not $22 or less, so you're not going to buy it. $20 for the basketball. I wouldn't say it's okay, except this is a really sexy looking basketball. This is an awesome I have a basketball. I rarely use it, so I'm not going to buy another basketball. If I didn't have one and I wanted one and I was going to really use it, I would buy this one for $20 instead of the other one for $17 because it's sexier. Is it a waste of money just because it's sexier? Yes, but I would do it. I'm not perfect. $7 for the squeezy thing, shop around. $5 for a plastic bottle, shop around, and determine your use case for that bottle. You already have other stuff. You don't need a new one. You have tennis balls. You don't need this. How many people in the workplace have a tennis ball on their desk? All right, or in their lunchbox, so they can squeeze it over lunch. All right, they're squeezing tennis balls. Find something else that you already have. Shop at home. You already have something. You don't need this. $22 for a packable chair. So that's what it says, packable. Marketing works. It was stuck in my head, wasn't it? So $22 for a chair. That's, I don't know, very spindly, very lightweight. So you're going to carry it 18 miles. And it's so important that you sit down properly after 18 miles of hiking that you're going to pack a chair. And you spend $22 for that privilege. You're not really into it that much. So I wouldn't worry about it. Now, I guess if you're walking along a seashore, you're going to find a log to sit on or a rock or something like that. You're going to just take a towel and sit down on it. A small hand towel will work. And so why are you going to take a $22 amount out of your savings? Why are you going to buy this chair and carry it? I don't know. Your use case is in your mind, and it may be a much smarter mind than mine is. And you're going to have a great time with that chair. Everyone else, forget it. Just forget it and save your money. $19 for a shoe. $22 or less. This says 19. Sounds good to me, right? Sounds really good to me, actually. So there you go. $22 or less for hiking shoes, walking shoes, running shoes, exercise shoes, memory shoes, generic outdoor shoes, lots and lots of kind of shoes. $22 for this. I like this one. It's my favorite one. This backpack is my favorite one. I like that it buckles at the top. You can shove a rain jacket through it and let it hang there. You don't have to tie it around your waist. You could, if you wanted to, slip it at the bottom of the straps that go over your back and just let it hang through there. That might work as well. But I like this thing in the back where you can throw maybe even a big beach towel, slip it through there. And you're carrying that back there to get somewhere on the beach. Right? You don't have to stuff it inside. You don't have to figure out how to wrap it around yourself or somewhere entwine it in the straps. So I like this flap out here is what I'm saying. It allows you to slip something through there instead of using it as instead of putting it inside the enclosed zipper area. $22. I think it's an okay price. Shop around on that. Find the one that works for you. Your use case is super important. $20 for the shorts and the pant. Convertible. What? You're going to unzip. So you're going to have shorts and you're going to have the pant and you're going to be good to go. $20. Move on. I mean, you're going to shop around on that, right? I mean, I have these kind of things and I never wear them. I could put them over a pair of jeans or something else that I'm wearing. I have some rugged as well, some pretty rugged hiking pants, snow pant type things too. And I just need to go get them out because I haven't used them this winter at all. And I need to get them out so I remember that I have them. Shop at home. See what else you already have. Will it work? The belts that come with these are worthless. They're just very, very, I can use all the cliches. Very thin, very low quality, nothing. They're just worthless. But I have them, and because they came with the pants, the belt. I don't know if the belt comes with this pant. $19 here. The answer is no, we're not going to talk Bluetooth speakers or hammocks this year. 2024, we wasted too much time talking about them. We're moving on. Roller skates, the answer is $38 for pink. You're going to shop around on those. I almost put that on the don't talk about in 2024 list. Almost put those on that list, and I didn't. I'll probably will someday. I'm going to add to that list of products we will refuse to talk about in 2024 because they really don't add to what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get you not to buy things. I should probably just go through and say, don't buy, right? But that's a little harsh. So I want to just say, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm then the roller skates. I'm done talking about that. $12 for golf balls. That's a dozen golf balls for $12. That's cool. I should have put Exlnt in the description because usually they're around $16. But these extra soft ones are $12. That's a good price. That turns heads. When a consumer can do math really super easy in their head and come up with $1 a ball, and that's their conclusion of their simple math. Dozen balls, $12, $1 a ball. Holy cow, I'm buying that. Right? That's marketing and advertising. That's saying we're going for our gross revenues and the margins and the volume will take care of making us rich. $29 for a soft-shelled jacket. Soft-shelled jacket. All right? Soft-shelled jacket with a fleece interior. I'm sure that's what it is. Does it say fleece? No, it doesn't. It just says men's jacket. Let's go look at it. That's a click-through. They're happy with that. Ultra soft and warm lining. So it might not be fleece. If it's not fleece, then what is it? Adjustable hem cuffs, attached hood, soft and warm lining. All right. It doesn't say fleece. Maybe it's not technically fleece. Huh. Interesting. I'm sure it's going to be a great jacket for the price, and I would, if I were you, I would see what you already have. If you already own these, don't buy it. If you own something that works in whatever weather this is going to work for you, then fine. If your jacket is tore up and no good, it's not good for going to a dinner, a nice anniversary dinner, a funeral, and you need a funeral jacket. How about $29 for a funeral jacket? Get the black one. Be respectful. And then if you need it for other purposes, call it your formal jacket over a suit coat. Even if you're wearing a suit coat, sometimes you need to throw a jacket over that. $35 for this. It's a work shoe. It's steel shoe, toed. You have $35. You're good to go. You don't need to spend $80. You might want to spend $60, $65 for some other brands like Caterpillar, DeWalt. So think of that. Think of that too. You're only spending $35 for these, and they don't look sexy. They look like you work for a living, and that's a good thing. Sometimes those Caterpillar boots and those DeWalt boots, they look like your management who decided to show up on a construction site, a manufacturing site, and so they put on these DeWalt and Caterpillar boots thinking they're going to look like they blend in with the workers, and the real workers are buying boots for $35 that look like they actually do work, and they do work. $45, no dimension, so it's not worth it. I happen to think that this is a good size cot for $45, but you don't know what that size is, so don't buy it. I'll say it this way, and I mean it. Punish merchants, whoever they are, punish them by not buying things that don't have the information right up front. If you have to hunt and to find the information on it, then you don't buy from them. Just say forget it. There are other people who sell these products. There are other people who put good prices on these products. I'm going to go buy it from somewhere else. You're trying to play games with my time. I'm out of here. And you move on. We're going to be done within 40 minutes. That's pretty good. It should be 30 minutes, but anyway, we'll be under 40. $79 for this. It's a pump. I have a pump one, and I looked at this earlier, and its FPS, the feet per second, is around 500. And I don't know if I believe that. I think you might harass a squirrel. I don't think you'll hurt a squirrel. So if your job is to harass a squirrel in your garden, then maybe this will do it without hurting them. I don't know for sure. But I think this will just harass a squirrel. It will not penetrate or hurt the squirrel. They will run really fast away. They're very fast things, these squirrels. But I don't think you're actually going to hurt them or harm them in a way that you would feel sad about. Now, if you know better than this than I do, I want to hear from you. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments. I'd like to hear your experience. If these will actually hurt a squirrel, like penetrate, get inside of them, I would like to hear that information. $7 to $12 for folding knives. Okay, fine. I like that. $7 to $12, and this is at 12. You don't need to buy Kershaw knives. Yeah, and I'm nothing against Kershaw or the people or who make them or who have a salary from them, and then it's their livelihood and it's their pension, whatever. It's fine. But I think there's alternatives to Kershaw knives for $7 to $12, and you'd probably be happy with the alternative. 357 mag, 50 rounds, 34. That's 68 cents a round. I don't know. I would shop Cabela's and Sportsman's Warehouse, other places that you buy ammo online or in person, and figure out if that's really a good price. I don't know Walmart prices. I don't know. Does Walmart even sell ammunition anymore? I don't know. Life is good. Your life and your money belong to you. Money is part of life. Money is a life. When you're thinking about life and happiness, money is part of that. It can make you sad. It can make you secure. It can make you calm. It can make you all sorts of things in a associative way, meaning there is a connection. People who say money doesn't buy you happiness, money gets you a lot of things, and you know it. You definitely know it. You can use your money wisely and shop at and cook at home. You don't have to go to restaurants. You can use your money wisely and not purchase things you don't need. You can feel really good and like you won a lot of pride, of understanding that you are a disciplined person, understanding that you are a thoughtful and intelligent person. You can feel really good when you don't buy something because you evaluated the product, the price, and whether you're honestly going to use it or not. All right? So go with your smarts when you purchase things, all right? A little bit of your heart, a little bit of your joy, but go with your smarts and that really good things, a really good life can be built up through your 20s, your 30s, and your 40s. And when you're in your mid to late 50s, you will have a wonderful, wonderful second childhood. Believe me, it is a blast to save your money, feel good for 3.5 decades, and then just be so incredibly overjoyed. And you have a right to feel good about yourself. Don't let anyone tell you you don't have a right to feel good about yourself when you've earned it. If you haven't earned it, then it's just something you received, something you have, something you feel. But if you really, really earned it, don't let anyone tell you you didn't. Don't let anyone tell you you're lucky if you earned it. If you were lucky, you were lucky. But if people call you lucky, you're so fortunate. Well, you're so lucky that you can do this and that in your mid to late 50s. No, it wasn't luck. You earned it. And matter of fact, I stop people when they say that. If they say, oh, you're so lucky, I don't let it go. I said, no, I wasn't really lucky. I really spent 3.5 decades to get this. I really sacrificed a lot of things to get this. Oh, but you're lucky. No. Quit saying that. You don't know how hard I worked, how much thought I put into purchasing things in my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s, and how that leaves me in my mid to late 50s is a result of that. And you can say, yeah, a meteorite didn't hit me, so I'm lucky. But all that other stuff, I earned this. And I just want you to know you can't be flippant about my achievement. Feel good about yourself. Be a lesson to others. Don't keep it a secret. Let them know that you're being smart about your money. And you're going to be in a great position in your mid to late 50s.
Thanks for listening to The Judge Wild Show. Say goodbye now.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Be nice to your co-workers on Friday because you know they will be missing you all weekend. Assure them that you will see them on Monday again. The reunion on Monday with your co-workers will be with hugs and huge smiles as you are back together again for another fun and productive week. It's okay. We will be together again on Monday morning. I know you will be missing me all weekend long. Please don't be so sad. I will come back on Monday morning and we'll be happy together again. Monday is the most fantastic, wonderful work day of the week.
It sure is. It sure is. Hey, Alicia. Oh, no. This is someone else.
Judge Wild, you are so much more handsome than Alicia said you are. I will follow your channel. Thank you so much.
Women working in a workplace environment. Work in workplaces where they work. And as a woman, as a worker, as a woman worker who works...
Exactly. Oh my gosh, so true.
You are a wild woman.
Such a beautiful day. I just wanted to put a nice big smile on your face. It's a shame you can't see the smile on my face. Have a very, very nice day.
Oh, that's really sweet. The next show is a headline news show. It's coming about 10-15 minutes from now on Intelligent Talk channel. So like this channel, and it just means follow this channel, the green follow button. It goes away. It's not green anymore. Click that just once so it goes away. It adds to my numbers. And that'll be a good thing. I'll feel really good. Then join us over on Intelligent Talk radio channel here on Rumble. And we're going to bring up a live stream over there and talk about some news and the headlines. I feel that I might rant a little bit. I feel a little talkative today, so we'll see what I do with the headlines today.
I love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.